Yo, what's good guys? I'm going to show you how to get 2 oil rigs on one single puddle to double your oil output. Alright, what's up? So I have made a video on this before, but I'm assuming all the new PS5 guys are watching this and they don't know how to do it because I've gotten over 100 comments saying this is patched. This is not possible. You can't put 2 on one puddle anymore, and I'm here to show you guys you can do it. I actually thought it was going to be patched because with all the comments, usually people don't comment that much without it actually being patched. Usually they're right if there's over 100 comments about it, but it seems like it's all the new PS5 players and they don't really know, which I can't blame you guys because this is a really hard glitch. So hopefully I can help you out a little bit and you'll be able to get 2 of these in one puddle just like I have. So I just did this earlier today to test out if it works, and it has worked. So I'm going to show you guys a bunch of easier ways to do it since it is probably the hardest glitch in the entire game. So first of all, I am over here in this direction at chords minus 850 minus 450. I just made a video on this location the other day, and if you're wondering why I'm in this location in specific, it is because we have 1, we have 2, and we have 3 oil spots in one base, which this is the only location in the entire game where you can have 3 oil spots in one base. And if you use this glitch to be able to get 2 in one single oil hole, well, then you'll have 6 oil drillers, and that is just insane. Like, you get so much crude oil from 6 of them at one base. Like, that is crazy. It looks a little bit empty because I don't really use this base anymore, but in order to place the oil things down, you actually need it to be a base, so I redid it. And we're going to look at a few other methods later on in oil to get crude oil in order to get crude oil a lot faster, because I have like I have like 400 extra crude oil in here, and I only use this base for like a week, so it is insane. Now let's try and get right into it. We don't want to be yapping too much. Let me get the materials real quick in order to build this, and I will show you guys how to do this. Alright, so the important thing is, at this base, it's a little bit different than the other bases. I made a video a long time ago on the new island right over here at the top of the map, and it is a little bit different for these oil puddles, and it is a little bit harder. That is why this base location is by far the easiest way to do it, because these puddles, they're kind of just like, you don't really need to know what you're doing here. You can do it extremely easy. So what I like to do is I like to face the 2 little big oil jugs. As you guys can see, they're on the right now. Right now they're on the left, just so you see what I'm talking about. I like to face them towards me, and then what I do is I hold control to make them do this. I'm not sure what the button is on PS5, but whatever button it is, or on Xbox, or whatever you're on, Mac I think has Palworld now, whatever you're on to make it do this, like make it adjust a little bit on the build, you're going to want to hold that down, and you're just going to want to get it to the side as much as possible. Like, it needs to be about right there. Now that actually might be it. Let's see if I can fit it in right here. Nope, it looks like we didn't get it. It's going to be hard to get it on the first try. This is definitely going to take a while, so be warned guys, this is the hardest glitch in the entire game. It might not even be a glitch, it might be like an exploit or whatever. Some of you guys get mad when I say glitch when it's supposed to be exploit, but pretty much it's really hard to do. You can try it from the other side if you want to. One tip, oh wait, that might be it. No, it doesn't look like that is. You kind of just want to get it like on its side right there, and most of the time you can try and slip it in on the other side. One huge tip I have for doing this, guys, is there's no easy way to do it. Of course, you're going to be sitting here forever if you're trying to do this because it takes a really long time. However, one tip I have, guys, is if the second one doesn't go in fast, that means it doesn't work. So for the first one, you can take your time, you can try and line it up, but as you guys can see, the second one isn't going in immediately, so that's how I know it doesn't work. Most of the time when you actually get it to work, the second one kind of gets put in immediately, so you don't really have to like sit there and wait for the second one. Now I'm holding control to do this. I know a lot of people have said like you don't really have to hold control. Pretty much there's just a million different ways to do this, and not one way is going to be right or wrong, I mean, but this one definitely is what works for me. So I like holding control, and like I said, if the second one doesn't go in immediately, that means you probably did not do it right. So you don't have to sit here and waste that much time with the second oil extractor, because if it doesn't go in super fast, oh, I think we got it right there. Yep, look at that. Then it's not going to work. Boom. So that is proof it actually still works in the new update. Let me get my Anubis out and build these two, and you guys can see how fast it is. There we go. I have a bunch of electric pals to power this, because one warning, guys, this is going to take a lot of electricity. Even one of these takes a ton of electricity, so two of these is going to take a lot more. And imagine how much electricity it will take if you put all 6 of them on different puddles. So it is definitely the best way to do this, the way I showed you. And on PS5, especially with like the controller and everything, I assume that's going to be really hard to do what I just did. However, if you just follow the directions I just showed you and follow the way I do it, then you can definitely get 2 in 1 here, but it's probably going to take you guys a while. However, in my opinion, it's really worth it, because 2 is just crazy fast. Like you guys can see, we're about to get 2 oil extractors right here, and if you go AFK like overnight, or you just sit here while you do other stuff on the map, you are going to have an absurd amount of crude oil here. Now let me show you guys what I like to do while I wait for this oil to build up. And this is how I got so much oil in such a short amount of time. Even while doing this little glitch where you have 2 of them here, there is a way to make it even faster. Now, before we do that, I had to stop at my main base to pick up a few things. I still have to work on all of these furnaces. I'm adding a new one for every single subscriber we get off Palworld, and I think I'm up to like 450 furnaces I need to add right now. So I'm going to be doing that for the next few days. So if you guys want to have a furnace in my base permanently, all you have to do is sub up. I need to start making like 2nd and 3rd floors for it. I even have some in my house and like on the mushrooms over there. So if you want to join up, feel free to sub. Anyways, I've shown this before in other videos too, and it's kind of lazy for me to pretty much just make the same video over and over again, but this is kind of an updated version, especially for the PS5 players. I assume it's you guys. I don't know for sure if it's you guys, but so many people comment every single day on my channel that this is patched and this no longer works, and this is like this glitch doesn't work anymore. Over and over again I get thousands of comments about it, and I'm here to tell you guys it does still work, so you can still do it. Do not worry. And the other thing, what I was talking about on what to do, if we catch this little keats over here, I don't know how to say the name, you guys like yell at me every time I say it. I call them Kit Kats, but they're pretty easy to catch and they're pretty weak. So if you just go around catching these, especially on 3 times spawns, you guys will see a few things. First of all, we got 3 crude oil right there, and that is not even what I am talking about. Catching them is just part 1 to this method. And remember guys, while we're doing this little method, getting crude oil super fast just like this, we still have the 2 oil things over at our base pumping double as fast from using our double thing glitch. So we have a bunch of different ways to get oil. We should be able to get this. Now one note is you guys can turn your spawns up to have 3 times as many Kit Kats, and sometimes they spawn in groups of like 4 or 5. So imagine just like 15 or 20 of these running around all over the desert here. You can get an absurd amount of crude oil, and like I said, we still have one more special thing at our base in order to do to get even more. And that's another 3 crude oil. I accidentally killed that one, but just go around and catch these for about 10 minutes while your oil is being made at your base, and you guys will see what I mean. Alright, we caught some Kit Kats for a few minutes, or Kit Kits as you guys call them, for a few minutes, and oh, looks like we have 24 crude oil. That's actually a little bit more than I expected, because I only caught like 5 or 6 of them. Anyways, we're going to head back to the base, see how much oil we made in that time, and then I'm going to show you guys how to make a little bit extra oil from all the little Kit Kits we caught. And we already have 24 just pure profit right now, so that's already way more than you're going to get in like 10 minutes of just waiting at your base. So it's definitely worth it to go catch some while you're waiting. Alright, we have arrived. Let's see how much we got here. 6 and 6. So yeah, we have like 12 in crude oil, which we've already gotten double that just catching the Kit Kits. And then on top of that, if we want to get even more from the ones we've caught, I've shown this before, but it's actually really worth doing it. We can just put them in the little pal disassembly. I think that's all the ones we have, right? Oh, it looks like we have a few more stragglers from before, so we can just put all of them in here. And then what we're going to do is we just sit back and relax, and this will give us even more crude oil. So it's not going to give us too much, but pretty much double what we already had. So we have already about 35 after this. Nope, 33. We have 33 crude oil in just the amount of time, like 5 minutes, less than that actually, and catching kits. And then we have our double oil extractors going overtime, working really hard. Oh, it might have actually been more than 6 crude oil. I didn't know we had a transporting pal. Let's see where he put them. Oh, okay. I guess he was putting them over here, which I didn't even know I had that much in here. I have 500 in here too. So either way, this base is just an absurd amount of oil generators. If you guys need some crude oil, and I'm going to assume you do, since so many of you are looking at this glitch and getting mad that it's quote unquote patched, which it's not, obviously, because I just did it, this is definitely the way to go for you. And remember, guys, you don't have to stop at just the 2 over here. You can put 2 in the other puddle, 2 in the puddle over there. The only problem is the electricity. You're going to need a lot of different pals for electricity. The ore circ, again, is the best one to give you electricity, and you find that over here at the secret pal island at the top right of the map at chord 650. So you're going to need a ton of electricity, and it just takes so much time. If you don't know how to do it correctly, or you've never done it before, it's going to take forever. It still took me like 10 tries, and I've done this glitch so many tries before. But I just want to show you guys it is still possible, especially for my PS5 players who think it is patched. You guys can go ahead and try the method I showed you here, and I guarantee you can get at least one of these spots covered in probably like 15 minutes, I'd say, which is a long time, but in the long haul, it will definitely help you out. And then while these are pumping oil for you, you can go and catch the kits, and you can even put them in the pallet assembly conveyor just like I did, and you can get a lot of crude oil really fast. Like I got like what, like 50 in that amount of time, and it was like 5 minutes. So you can definitely get a ton. I have a bunch of other videos, and this is kind of like an old exploit, but I have some newer exploits, some newer tips, some newer tricks all on my channel right now. So if you want to check out any of those vids, you can. I'm a dip out, guys. Remember, if you want to add a furnace to my base, all you have to do is sub up and let me know if you guys have tried this glitch recently, or if you still can't get it, because who knows, I might have a few more tips. I might have to lab around and try and do this a few more times. All I know is I'm happy with just one puddle covered up. Covering up the other 2 puddles would just be super annoying.